Welcome to the Amaro Voice podcast. Amaro is from the Romani language and means our. Our Roma, Sinti and Trola voices among Europe. 2 weeks ago, I was participating in the Roma Week in Brussels at the European Parliament. During the time, I was recording every day a little bit for an vlog. So have fun with this vlog. We will see us again at the end of the episode with closing words. Welcome to my vlog during the Roma Week 2025 in Brussels at the EU Parliament. I was traveling the whole day. I started in my home city Mainz through Cologne, and now I already arrived in Brussels at my hotel. I'm very tired. I just edited yesterday during the night, a few episodes. One episode 9, you almost listened. I will just chill a little bit now, have some food and also have a shower, and then after that we will see us again, where I will explain you what I will do the next days. So see you later. Welcome back to the vlog. Before I will start to show you tomorrow and also in the next days in vlog style the highlights from the Roma Week, I was thinking maybe to introduce you the Roma Week, and also why is it important to have the Roma Week. And why do we have the Roma Week? In case you want to know why we have the Roma Week, every details about the International Roma Day.
Why we have to celebrate this day?
This day is very important for the Romani people around Europe, but also around the world, because on the 8th of April in 1971 was the first Romani World Congress in London, UK, and it was funded in part of the World Council of Churches and the Government of India. It was attended by 23 representatives from 10 nations like Czechoslovakia, Finland, Norway, France, Great Britain, Germany, Hungary, Ireland, Spain, and Yugoslavia, and observers from Belgium, Canada, India, and the United States. It had 5 subcommissions. It was about social affairs, education, war crimes, language, and culture.
I think it was the day when they choose the word Roma to mean the people, because we have many different words.
This clip was from our last year's podcast episode about the International Roma Day. If you would like to know more about the International Roma Day, you can just watch our podcast episode about it, and the link you will find in the description. What means the Roma Week, or what will happen in the Roma Week? So first, I have a short introduction from the webpage romaweek.eu. The main purpose of Roma Week 2025 is to strengthen Roma inclusion and leadership within the European Union's political framework and to address the unique challenges facing Roma, Sinti, and traveler communities in a changing Europe. So more information you can get, like I said, in the webpage from romaweek.eu. During the Roma Week 2025, from 8th of April until the 10th of April, I will join every day, every panel to different topics about Roma at the European Parliament. The Roma Week is organized by Ergo Network, but also NGOs like ERIAC, Ternipe, and MIA will have also their panels. So now I will continue to work to create some questions, and also during the days I will do also some interviews, and I also will prepare the questions for the interviews. Good morning. Today is the International Roma Day, so happy International Roma Day. So we will have today the first day with panels, and today we will have a panel about Roma history and culture in school curricula. And I'm just excited, and it's 7 a.m. right now, and I will just start to leave and go to the European Parliament, and I will have a registration, and then later at 9:30 a.m. the panel will start. So see you later. The program will just start in a few minutes, and I'm very excited to see what will happen, what we will talk about. And just join me, and I will show you everything what we will do today and also the next days.
I turn to Mr. Željko Jovanović, the chairman of the board for ERIAC, the European Roma Institute for Arts and Culture, and president of the Roma Foundation for Europe. Mr. Jovanović, your leadership exemplifies the strength of Roma-led institutions in shaping European futures. We are proud to welcome you as the final speaker in this important opening session.
We are not asking today for a sympathy. We are building a future of unity, solidarity, and strength. Because this is what is the direction that the Roma Nation Day gives us. This is the direction. And if we follow that direction, somewhere in the future, Luma and her letter will no longer be fiction. She will become reality in our classrooms, in our movements, in our lives. Opre Romalen.
So, as we are coming to the end of the event, it's practically its start. But this high-level event gave us thoughtful contributions and also show commitment that it's around the different organizations. And we see that getting the Roma history and culture into school curricula, it's not only about education, but it's about recognition, justice, and building more inclusive Europe. And without any much further ado,
the day in which we celebrate the resilience, rich culture, and contribution of Roma communities. It is a day in which we also confront several injustices that these communities of fellow citizens continue to face. Today, as we gather to zoom in on the situation of Roma in Ukraine, we unfortunately find ourselves talking once again about suffering and exclusion, but at the same time, we recognize the role that Roma play in helping to shape the present and future of Ukraine.
I would like now to ask Li Andersson, also a member of the European Parliament from Finland, from the left of the European Parliament, to also give us opening remarks.
Should I stand up? Or?
You don't need to.
Okay. Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm also very honored to have the opportunity to speak here during this day that, of course, has huge importance for the Roma communities. And I also think it's a very good occasion to focus on the situation of the Roma community in Ukraine. At the same time as we support.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Committee on Human Rights, I am grateful. I am glad to welcome all participants of our meeting, and I am also grateful for the opportunity to discuss the current situation with Roma national minority in Ukraine in the European Parliament. A lot of events and discussions during Roma Week 2025 demonstrate the European Union's focus on the protecting the rights of Roma national minority. And I want to emphasize that the process of reforming Ukraine's...
The panels at the EU Parliament was very interesting, powerful and also impactful. Now I'm back at the hotel because today is the 8th of April, the International Roma Day. I will create one video for Amaro Voice on Instagram and TikTok. And also later we will have a Roma Week dinner. Bachtalo Romano Dive. Happy International Roma Day. Thanks for watching us. If you want to support us, you can like this video and give us a comment. And to not miss our episodes, you can subscribe our YouTube channel. If you are watching or listening right now on Spotify or listen on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts, you can follow our podcast. To get all information from us, go and follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Amaro Voice.
First speakers who will open the panel discussion today. So first we have a member of the parliament, Benedetta Scuderi. She's representing the Greens from Italy. We have also Zuzana Dorazilova, the deputy head of the unit for non-discrimination and Roma coordination from the DG Justice. And we have Ambassador Andrei Zayatas, head of the Council of Europe liaison office to the EU. Their presence today signals the political will and need to move our conversation forward. So thank you.
The Congress of Deputies in Spain, in Madrid, we gathered 200 Roma people, activists, people from the sphere of culture, politics, together with the King of Spain. And he recognized the history of persecution and discrimination. And he took some words, and it has a huge impact on national TV and newspaper. But beyond that, during the last mandate in the Congress of Deputies, when I was member of parliament, we recognized anti-Gypsyism in the penal code as a specific form of hate crime and also as an aggravating. And this was a major legal step. But still, it's just a structural reform.
Because of the numbers of Roma, too little, Roma in Poland, but the situation has changed since 2022 when the full scale of war in Ukraine happened. So we have a little bit more attention and more visibility also in international context. So we do our best to take this momentum and to speak more about the situation in the context of historical justice, because anti-Gypsyism is also about historical injustice and transitional justice.
Putting in place, actually. I'm thinking about my city, how it's a small city, how a local level, a province level, we will make sure that all these measures that are very nice on paper, we will be taking place.
Thank you. Can we have another? Please keep raising your hands and I'll try to say Senor and Lina. So then we have a first round.
Yes, so also my question is to Ismael Cortes and Fabian Sanchez. So you have in Spain the law since 2022 about anti-Gypsyism, the anti-discrimination law. So do you have any statistic for every year, like how many cases you have, especially when it comes to anti-Gypsyism? Thank you.
And Lina.
Thank you for the question. This is a challenge of multi-level policy making in Spain, but also in Europe, how you go from national legislation to local actions. What I try to ensure through cultural policies, for example, now we are filming a documentary on the 600 years of history of Roma in Spain. So if you broadcast that on the national television, so the audience, no matter where they are, they will have access to these kind of materials. Then also through the national legislation and education, the coordination is not that simple, but you screening on national TV and then everyone can see. There is a big challenge. In the case of Spain, autonomous communities have to enforce the law, and now they are late. They are already like 3 years late. But then also, if we talk about...
So hi, my name is Toby G. MBE, but my real name is Tobiasz Zobar Górniak, Romano Chavo Galiciaco. I agreed to be part of this project because I've experienced a lot of racism and violence.
I will have a meeting with Toby. He is Polish, gypsy, with hope that it can be useful for something for... I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
As a Roma young boy, life was happening difficult from day one. And I think for me as a kid, something that I think was different for me, we didn't have a dad, so we just had a mum. So my mom was like the rock of the house. She worked really hard. She did everything she could.
Such hatred that when I had Jewish people, I've seen them in the...
What are some of the things that you take from those conversations to change some of the things you want to change for you to be better in this life and in the pursuit of whatever is for you important?
Yeah, so that's a lot of questions.
Yeah, I know.
Now, to bring it more simpler for me, I think, on that day, having a conversation and having a team who put the whole thing together made it really safe. That's my main thing, because not only that, I knew I was okay because I had my wife with me. My wife's my rock, we're together, we're a team. I was okay. I knew this guy's gonna turn up on his own. So for me, it was like, I wanna make sure he feels safe, because I do feel safe. And him coming on the outside, and because me and me have done some work before, we have a relationship, I feel a lot safer here. So for me, one of the biggest things was I want each party to feel safe when they attend. That was a really big thing for me. Then, a couple of days before, me and my wife had a conversation. She said, "How do you feel?" I said, "I haven't got a word. I don't think there is a word you can ever put on how do you feel." But one thing I knew, that is the right thing to do. And sometimes doing the right thing is the hardest thing you ever do in your life. And this is what this felt like. This was just the right thing to do. And I sat and asked myself this question, was like, why are you doing it? Why? And there's this one thing that just popped into my head, which was, I don't want my children's children to live this story.
Now, here inside the European Parliament, we are celebrating. It is the 10th year of the Roma Week, and the first Roma Week was actually established and opened by a woman. And I would also like to dedicate this event to her, to Soraya Post, to the member of the European Parliament, a very strong Roma leader, who dedicated her work here inside the Parliament, not only to bringing us and bringing our voice here inside, but also sharing her expertise in resolutions, in a very kind of giving the expert work to all the committees she worked here at the level of the European Parliament. So we have, unfortunately, I cannot go, maybe our parliamentarian got lost somewhere, so we have to see where she is.
Dear friends, it is really a great honor for me to be with you at this very important event on Roma women's leadership and the fight against multiple and intersectional discrimination. As Gabi said, as a Roma woman myself, this is more than just a professional topic to me. It also speaks to my own journey and to the many Roma women who continue to fight for recognition, for dignity, and rightful place at the table where decisions are made. I would like to begin with a quote that always inspired me and that I believe connects deeply to today's discussion. You educate a man, you educate a man. You educate a woman, and you educate a whole generation. When Roma women rise, we do not rise alone. We bring with us our families, we bring it up with us our communities, and also our culture. Our leadership is not only personal, it is collective, and it creates a lasting.
How did you like this episode in vlog style? So I'm thinking maybe in future, when I will travel again to different Roma events, example in summer for Dikinabista, but also when I will go nationally and internationally to other events, I was thinking maybe to do the same, to record every day from my days and to introduce you to some events and explain some things. So just write me in the comments on YouTube, also on Spotify, maybe Instagram and TikTok, how you like this vlog and if I should do more of this. So thanks for watching or listening. Ciao and devlesa. This podcast is funded by the Stiftung Erinnerung, Verantwortung und Zukunft (EVZ) as part of the project Amaro Voice, digitale Bildungsarbeit über die Communities der europäischen Sinti und Roma bei der NGO Medien und Kulturzentrum Deutscher Roma e.V.